Hello everybody. I thought it was about time I did a review of No Man's Sky. I have been watching an awful lot of videos on YouTube of people playing the game, people reviewing the game, quite a lot of people bashing the game, as it's quickly becoming apparent that this game is becoming probably the most controversial game of the year in some people's eyes. I would stress, not in mine, but I think what was interesting in regards to this game is a lot of people were putting reviews out of this game within the first 24 hours, 48 hours of it being released. Now, a game of this scale and a game of this ambition, I think warrants a little bit more time for people to digest it, time for people to analyse the game properly, because from my experience of playing it, and I've put in probably around 30 hours so far, so whereas in my opinion I will probably be playing this game for years, I don't feel as though I've barely scratched the surface on this game myself, but I feel as though I've played it enough to give consumers out there an honest opinion of the game itself. Okay, so for those of you who haven't played the game yet, I think what is crucially important when you do get the game is to fully understand what you're getting into. Okay, the game doesn't hold your hand at all. I mean, essentially the first thing that you see when the game starts is you crash landed on a planet, a bit similar to what the video you see now, apart from this is me finding a crashed ship, but it's a bit of a similar setup, and you've essentially to repair and fix up the ship so that you can leave that planet, but you're not told what you need to do. You need to figure it out. Okay, so there's a lot of, as you can see on the screen, there's a lot of sorting out the inventories, and I need to point out that the inventories that you see on the screen now is me about 15 hours into the game. So I've got a bigger ship with more slots. The starship I've got up there has got 25 slots. I think the one I've got now has got about 30 actually. But the one you can see there has got 25 slots. I think the one you start with has got something like 12 slots. So you start with very few slots in your inventory, and the same with your inventory in your suit. You start off with very few slots, so you've got to manage your inventory. Now, to someone who is quite an organised person anyway, it kind of speaks to your inner OCD. I'm quite an organised person. I'm quite a pragmatic person, so I really quite like that. I like the organisation of the inventories. For someone who's used to, an action-orientated gaming experience, they probably won't appreciate that, because it slows the pace of the game right down. I mean, to be fair, the pace of the game isn't exactly exhilarating anyway. Yes, you will encounter space battles. I like them. I like the physics of the space battles. They're not overly challenging. I mean, to be honest, like I say, I'm about 30 hours into the game and I haven't died yet. And that's not because I think I'm particularly good at the game. I just don't think it's particularly challenging in the sense of the space battles. As long as you've got enough minerals to power up your shields, as the pirates shoot and blast down your shields, all you just keep doing is keep recharging them, and then you could take them out. I've taken out up to 12 pirates at one time in one battle, and that's just by recharging my shields basically. But I quite like the space battles, and they can happen in a number of ways. You can be scanned by pirates to see if you're carrying valuable cargo, and if they think you are, they'll attack you. Or you can receive distress signals from fleets orbiting planets, who are being attacked by pirates, and you can either choose to go and help them, in which case you'll be rewarded, or you can even join the pirates. And to be honest, that's not something I've done. I haven't joined the pirates. I've always defended the cargo ships. So the only other real excitement you get really is with your mining tool on the planet, or your gun if you like. You know, you do get attacked by vicious creatures sometimes. You will get attacked by sentinels if you mine too much. But if you're clever and you're careful, you could get away with not being attacked at all by any sentinel. And if you've got mining tools powerful enough, any creature that tends to attack you on the planet, you can deal with fairly easily. I've not come across one yet that's given me any kind of a major problem. But the real meat of this game is the wonder of exploration. It's a sense of excitement of warping to a new system, discovering a new system, discovering a new planet, naming them, exploring them, seeing what kind of animals they are. And yes, you do see familiarities with some of the races that you see on planets. Definitely with some of the rocks and plants that you see. There is quite a lot of similarities, but you do occasionally come across a planet and a creature that is vastly different than what you've seen before, and I think that is really, really good. You know, I mean, because if you analyse, you know, the creatures on this planet, for example, a lot of them do follow the same kind of biologies and physical forms and things like that. You know, we're similar to apes. You know, lions and tigers and cats and dogs and wolves, and you know, they all kind of follow a similar pattern. So I think there is a sense of realism there with a lot of the creatures that you see. And like I say, you do occasionally come across a planet that really, really surprises you. I landed on one planet and I was literally attacked as soon as I got out by my ship by sentinels. They were just completely aggressive. I couldn't do anything on the planet. They were just attacking me. I literally had to pretty much take off straight away because I couldn't get away with them. They were just kept attacking. So I think for those interested in a quick fix, a quick action hit, this game is not at all going to give them that. This game is you should be expected to be in it for the long haul, and for me, the excitement of discovery, the excitement of finding new things, the excitement of finding a new crash ship, wondering where the journey's going to take me, is keeping me absolutely enthralled still. And I look forward to playing the game on a day-by-day basis. So if you go in completely eyes wide open, forget about the controversies that people are trying to give you on the internet, on the YouTube about the game. Is the game perfect? No, absolutely not. But there's a basis here for a spectacular game if they keep updating it. So I do recommend this game.